The city's budget is more than 1,800 pages long. That's a long book to write every year. Luckily, the city doesn't have to start from scratch.
We do build on a base, but we take out one-time revenues and one-time expenditures, and we look again at what the priorities are for the coming year.
Mary Lewis, the city's chief financial officer, says about 70% of the city's budget is spent on labor, meaning wages, benefits, and other costs for city workers like police, firefighters, and librarians. That part of the budget usually stays about the same every year.
So a big chunk of the cost for the city rolls forward because you have 10,000 employees. They have labor agreements, known costs. The city negotiated a 5-year pensionable pay freeze and really stabilized labor costs.
The rest of the budget is more in flux. It is divided between capital needs like fixing buildings, streets, and sidewalks, and other new expenses like homeless services and parks. To help give San Diegans some small sense of their city's budget, KPBS made a simple online game. Here's a little cartoon to explain how it works. San Diego prides itself on a balanced budget, but its residents also have a lot of wants and needs. That means for each item the city adds to its budget, it has to find something to cut. For example, say you want to increase library hours. It will cost you $3.1 million to increase the Central Library's hours from 49 to 52 hours a week and increase branch library hours from 44 to 48 hours a week. So now you have to find $3.1 million to cut. You could end the city's convention center subsidy. Each year, the city pays $3.4 million to the Tourism Authority to fund convention center repairs. Stop that and you can pay for your library hours. Or say you want to clean up the smelly bird guano at La Jolla Cove. That'll cost $150,000 a year. Now you need to add money to your budget to offset that cost. You could bring back red light cameras, a program that used to ticket drivers for running red lights. Those cameras brought in about $200,000 a year. If you want to fix all the city's sidewalks, it'll cost you about $5 million. Adding bike lanes runs about $4.3 million. Funding homeless shelters year-round costs $3 million. To pay for all of these, you could increase parking tickets by $10, which will earn you $4 million a year, and stop city employees from being able to cash in their unused vacation time. That'll cut $7.1 million from the budget. Mind you, it's not quite that simple.
It's not as if we start fresh and can move money around in every direction. Especially when you look at a capital budget, you can't just move the money around. It is identified and restricted for a certain purpose.
The city started creating the new budget back in September and slowly builds up to the release in April. This year, that complicated process was made even more complex because of the transition from interim Mayor Todd Gloria to Mayor Kevin Faulconer. But Lewis says the city was prepared to handle it.
We worked through the process, of course, knowing that there would be a transition. And then we were ready when the mayor was sworn in early March.
We'll soon see what Faulconer hopes to spend and cut this year. Claire Tregeser, KPBS News.